Mary, what's like the coolest car that you can think of?
I don't know, like a red Ferrari is the first thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah, okay, but what about minivans?
Minivans? Are minivans cool? I don't think those are cool.
They are now.
Prove it.
Oh, okay. Tell me about them. Yeah. So forever, minivans have had the stigma of just like soccer moms or moms in general or families and just like not cool. But like, look at these things. Minivans are back, baby. We have the all-new Volkswagen ID Buzz. We love this girl. We have taken her down to Rye, Colorado to see Bishop's Castle in a beautiful little road trip. Super fun, but we just got the Kia Carnival and this thing is fully loaded on the inside. I was actually surprised myself. This thing is pretty cool.
So you're gonna prove to me that minivans are cool?
Yeah.
For the record, I don't actually have anything against minivans. My mom drove a minivan growing up. I loved that thing. But you're gonna be hard pressed to prove that two minivans are cool.
Not one, but two.
And not just minivans that like have sentimental value to me.
I'm gonna do it. And the thing is, I did not grow up with minivans. So I have no connection. All they have been is like mom vans, you know.
Sure.
Which is probably why we're doing this review, right?
Yeah.
Even though we're not moms.
No, we're not moms, but
We have motherly energy, instincts.
we like shopping. Sue us. Oh, ow. We need sleds? No. Oh my God, we should get an exercise ball.
So one thing to consider is we are comparing an electric vehicle to a gas vehicle. So they're not exactly apples to apples, but in either case, you are going to care about what your MPG is going to be. And in the Buzz, we've got an MPGe of 80, which is pretty great. And you're going to get an estimated range of about 231 miles because this is the all-wheel drive version. You can get a non-all-wheel drive, which is a slightly higher range of 234, but that's all going to fluctuate no matter what anyways. But 231 is kind of what you're after in the Buzz.
And the exterior is cool.
It's super cool.
It's super cool.
I mean, arguably, that's kind of also what you're paying for. This video is brought to you by O'Sullivan Law. Contact our friend Scott if you have any legal needs. Mary, another plus, we got room for friends. So, lots of spots for friends.
That's true. And you feel cool back here.
There's so much room
There's
back
so
here,
much
too.
room.
There's only 2 seats back here, but what I see is there's more room for each person back here.
Yeah, a ton of
being
leg room.
like squished.
Yeah.
This is pretty sick.
And it just looks nice. Looks retro.
It does.
It's got those etchings back there,
I know,
which is sick.
these etchings are cool. I got cup holders on the sides. I've got USB ports back here. I've got some vents. And then second row can adjust their temperature controls up there, which is pretty sick.
Yep. You got USB-C in every single row.
You know, I feel like we should count cup holders. 1, 2, 3.
1.
So
Maybe just 2. 5 cup holders in the back.
And the front seats, like I said before, have heated and ventilated and massaging seats. But if you are lucky enough to snag a seat in the second row, you do still have heated and ventilated seats back there as well. Mary, you know what makes a car super cool though?
Tell me.
Storage.
Storage?
145 cubic feet of storage in the ID Buzz.
Since most people who drive minivans typically have families and we do not have access to an 11-man soccer team,
Nope.
We're gonna load up some ski gear and also a surprise guest. How did you do that? I'm an idiot. It's the soda.
I think we got 3 boards, our tackle box of like gear, and Jeff in here pretty easily. As cool as Jeff is, I feel like we should bring in someone a little more relatable. Come here, Mr. Handsome.
Oh, Blueberry!
Blue, come here. So this is my dog Blue, Sir Blueberry. He is an 11-year-old Aussie lab, and he is just the sweetest of all beans. And he doesn't per se love riding in cars, but I think if he was in something that was a little more flat and sturdy and secure, he would have a lot more fun. Is that right, bud? Up, right here. Up. Oh. Good job, handsome.
Good job, Blue.
What are you thinking? I think that this is plenty of space for dogs. You can still seat someone here. You got your dog laying at your feet right here. Like, this is perfect. And it's a nice flat spot where they feel comfortable. They're not sliding across all the seats. What do you think, bud? Nice work, dude. Mary, you know what else is cool?
What?
Super cool. Comfort. Smoothness.
Tell me more.
I'm talking about ride quality.
Tell me more right now.
Well, it's smooth and comfortable.
Oh.
This ID Buzz is actually very, very comfortable. And we did drive this to Rye, Colorado, so we had a lot of seat time in this car.
7 hours.
It is, like, I didn't feel fatigued. You know, it's got massaging front seats, and, you know, keeps me awake. But, like, honestly, it's just a very comfortable, smooth ride. Very impressed.
What kind of tires this bad boy got?
She's got all seasons.
It's also pretty quiet in here.
It is very.
There is a little whistle.
But we know what that's from.
We do?
Yeah.
What is
it's
it?
from the roof racks.
Oh.
So you take those roof racks off, and she won't be whistling anymore.
Jen, downfall of minivans. They do not make parking lots very fun.
They're huge.
Yeah.
I do not feel like I can maneuver around very nimbly in this thing. And I will say Costco parking lot is the bane of my existence.
Yeah.
It is insane. But no, it's not easy to, like, squeak by. There's no squeaking in this car. Hey, Mary.
Yeah.
You know what else is cool? When other people think your car is cool. We're getting quite a bit of looks in this thing. You know what else is cool, Mary?
Oh God, Jen, I'm scared. Now I'm scared every time you ask that question. What else is
the
cool?
infotainment in the ID Buzz.
Okay.
We got a cool 12.9-inch screen. It's got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. I mean, it's got everything you need on here as well. And then we have a cute little cluster up here because it's really nice that we have this huge open visibility. So you don't have like this big dash that feels very cumbersome. But we just have this little cluster that shows you what you need, kind of like a head-up display, but actually an actual screen. But we got this nice little infotainment system here as well.
Do you think it's pretty easy to use?
It is. It is. And there's really not a whole lot of lag time. It's very colorful. I actually like the system a lot. This bus is sweet. Not only is it have the obvious, like, cool retro factor, you know, it's a total head turner, but it's comfortable, it's spacious, you can fit people and things galore in here, but, like, it's got a price tag on it. $69,995.
Ooh, almost $70K.
Yeah, it's a price tag, but like I'm saying, you're not finding minivans that look like this. Not a lot of minivans are going to be head turners. You know, one of the reasons you're buying this is because it's so cool and retro looking. So you're gonna, you know, that's something you're gonna have to pay for. But it's not a cheap sticker price, that's for sure.
So you have convinced me with the Buzz that this thing is cool.
Okay.
You didn't have to try that hard because I loved road tripping in this thing.
Yeah, I mean, just the looks of it alone, but then you add like how actually comfortable you are and the smooth ride. It's pretty neat.
And the utility. This would be a really, really good car to have daily. This is a great daily driver.
Oh yeah.
Minus that parking lot. But you know, that takes practice and you'd be fine eventually, right?
Just knowing your limits, I think.
Know your limits. Yeah, that's so fair.
Know your limits.
But yeah, no, I like the Buzz. I will never be able to afford $70,000 ever for anything ever.
You never know.
I won't.
But would you want to if you could? That's the question.
Oh yeah, like I said at the beginning,
it?
I like minivans. I wasn't sure if they were cool at the beginning, but Jen's a great saleswoman. So you sold me on the Buzz, baby.
I'm just trying to sell myself on it right now.
Oh, do you come with the van?
Oh, interesting thought. No, that's not what I was saying.
Okay, Buzz was super cool. What's this bad boy?
The Kia Carnival.
Okay, let's go.
Also super fun. But Mary.
What?
I want you to drive.
Okay. I'm actually kind of excited.
First impressions.
Doesn't look like a minivan. You like open a minivan, what I imagine And I know this is incorrect and it's stereotyping, but I'm imagining like carpet from floor to ceiling. There's juice boxes everywhere. It smells kind of stale. That is not the vibe in this Kia Carnival. You brought Jeff, did you? Well, I guess. This is cool. This like kind of burnt orange. It's like smooth too. They got these cool patterns in here. This is just kind of sick. This is like Stacy's mom has got it going on.
I'm getting very much like I'm not a regular mom, I'm a cool mom vibe. How's the ride in this bad boy?
It's pretty nice considering that it's a minivan. Not bad. How would you describe it? You're better at that than me.
Well, I would say, I mean, typically it's smooth or not. You know, do you feel like all the bumps in the road? Do you know, feel every crack, or does it feel like it's absorbing all the bumps and cracks?
I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
For absorption.
That's good. I feel like this is maybe a little more rough than the Buzz.
Yeah, I agree.
Buzz was a little smoother. But typically you do want, you have to expect a certain amount of smooth ride and comfort if you're going to be with a minivan, because you don't want your kids jostling around and back, you know.
I wish I wish we had like a little soccer team we could carpool around, tell them to tell us how they're feeling.
Turns out those are harder to come by these days.
You know what else is cool? Creeping on your kids. Oh my god.
Look at Jeff.
Aside from like my initial reaction of like how creepy and like pointless is that would be really helpful with like a newborn.
Oh yeah.
My best friend just had a baby and like he's so itty bitty. And like if you have a camera on him, like you can tell if he's like spitting up, you can tell if he's like, you know, struggling, or like that could actually save some lives,
yeah.
I think.
Also with like just kids in general, making sure they're not pinching each other or fighting quietly.
Yeah, but most kids should pinch each other once or twice in their lifetime. I think that like the most helpful that I can see that being is for like a new baby. Storage time. Okay, it's like
aggressive.
It's like lassoing a horse. Jen, look how deep this well is. I mean, you get, if you're just trying to, you know, bad things can happen.
All right, bye, Mary.
No. Oh God, I think I just cracked my phone.
Quite a bit of space.
You know what, Jen? How much space is there?
Oh, exactly? 145 cubic feet. I thought you were just saying, like, it's a lot of space.
No.
No, it's 145 cubic feet, which is no joke.
But it's the same as the Buzz, no?
Same as the Buzz, surprisingly, but this feels so much bigger.
Well, the back does, but the car itself does not, in my opinion.
You know, and with the Buzz, everything in the back is very, like, raised.
Yeah.
But this is, like, you get so much more space down here, and you've got these really cool cubbies back here, too.
Maybe just don't sit back there as a person.
We got someone else that needs to go back here, though.
Oh, yeah, we need another opinion. Mr. Blue. Wise words. We're going to do our little True Blue test for the Kia Carnival.
I like that True Blue. Sir Blueberry, please come forth. Up. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Good, handsome. Come here.
How do you feel? Oh, he's...
Whoa. Yeah, right here. Stay.
There you go, buddy.
That's good. What'd you think?
What are your thoughts?
We got a happy wagging tail. Very good.
How do you feel, Blue?
What you thinking, bud?
How you feel, Blueberry?
Is this enough space seat? This is quite a lot of space for him to lay down while someone is still sitting in these seats.
Hi, buddy. He's like, I don't know about these screens. The screens are a lot.
You sit. That's a good boy.
Huh? Never be happier. I think minivans are Blue approved.
I think so.
Stamp of True Blue.
Luxury. This is awesome in here.
Oh my God.
This terracotta interior. We got arguably one of the best things I've heard that people need to have in minivans, the captain seats. You know why?
Why?
Because they want to keep their kids separate as much as possible.
No fighting. If these things are down, you can't hit each other.
No! Don't touch each other either. Keep them separated. There are so many features with these back seats.
Really?
Look at all these buttons we got. Okay.
Okay.
We got buttons back here. Are you comfortable?
Is this good? Do I look comfortable? These things turned into like lazy boys.
Seats.
I think you have to push the passenger seat up a little bit.
Well, actually, I can do that for you.
Ottomans. What do you mean? That feels like super dangerous. You should not give the second row access to the front row seats. No, but this is sick. I mean, this little thing, and you can also like tilt it up. Obviously, I'm 5'7", so I might not be the target demographic for the second row back here.
You can move the seat back too, I think.
Yeah, this is as far back as it goes.
Oh.
Do they have like the climate control back here? They do! Look at this!
Heated and ventilated seats. You know what else we got?
Peasant blockers.
We sure do, Mary.
What is a minivan without the peasant blockers?
Climate control up here.
It's cool.
We have a lot going on in here.
Wow.
So we've got YouTube capability and Netflix, and then you can even see your rear climate as well here.
This takes iPad Kid to a whole new level. This is a lot. To have one on this seat and one on that seat, that's up in the game to a level that I can't even comprehend.
A bunch of connection options back here. We've got a couple of USB-C ports right into the back of the seats, household outlet, and a cigarette outlet there too. How are we doing on cup holders, Mare?
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 7 cup holders.
I would say that's a cubby.
That's a that won't fit a cup.
Yeah, but those are legit cup holders. You want to move to the back, you say, right?
Yeah.
Let me just scooch on over.
Do it again. What? Oh my. Okay.
Rear peasant blockers.
Oh my god. Even
Look
the
at that.
babies don't have to deal with the peasants.
Ain't no peasants back here.
USB-C again. Got 2 of those back here. Pretty nice speakers.
What's your leg room feeling like back there?
You feel cramped.
Feel
like
cramped?
It feels like a third row.
Yeah. Would it be nice if you could lean back a little bit?
I hear that that's a thing you can do in this car.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. You pull these little levers right here to either go up or back. I mean, it's cool.
We do have a sunroof back here. Not only is it just some nice glass you get to have, but you can actually open it.
And the purpose of this? I don't know. Did you ever have like your mom like give you daggers in the rear view? Like,
oh, it'd be my dad. Oh yeah.
Hey,
especially if you turned the lights on while you were driving.
Yeah, when it was dark.
Oh God, I thought I was going to jail.
I thought that was illegal.
They sure did a great job of making us feel like it was.
Yeah. Now I just understand that it's just like slightly harder to see when that light's on.
It's just a slight inconvenience.
Yeah, it's not life or death, that's for sure. The MPG in this car is 21 miles per gallon. Not really super duper comparable to the Buzz, considering that this is not an electric car. And that MPG would probably fluctuate a little bit if you did have a bunch of people in the back just with the weight. Is that true?
Facts.
Am I going straight here?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so good at directions.
So this has a 3.5 V6 with 287 horsepower. How's the pickup you feel in this?
Yeah, I was telling Jen earlier that I do like the pickup. Something that I notice when I get into a car is how fast I can go, or how quick it is, because something that really made me really nervous in the beginning of my driving experience was getting onto the highway. On-ramps are terrifying in general. And especially like if you're hauling around a family, you want to be able to get out of a dicey situation quick. So I think a quick minivan, is pretty tricky to do, but like you said, it's got a pretty good engine. Is that a good engine?
Yeah, it's a good engine.
Yeah, it's got a good engine. And that's something that I would appreciate if I was hauling my family around. So in the Buzz, we went through parking lots just to see kind of how her maneuverability feels, kind of how your safety feels. If I'm being perfectly honest, I never feel safe in a parking lot.
Especially a Costco parking lot.
Especially a parking lot in Costco. Also, we got a lot of thumbs up in the Buzz. That is really hard to film, guys. I'm so sorry. We did try.
While the Carnival is super cool on the inside, it is still pretty much a minivan.
Also, still pretty good visibility. The windshield is very wide. Something I love is the rear view mirror. She is thick, boys. Like, she's got cake on her. I can see everything.
How do you feel maneuvering around in this thing?
I feel fine. Like I will always feel nervous in a parking lot, but it moves really well. It's got great handling from what I can tell. Anyway, the whole point of this was to make us feel uncomfortable and make it known that you can take this pretty easily through a parking lot if you are an avidly aware driver. That's all I have to say. Infotainment and what is that called? The cockpit of the Kia Carnival. Not bad. Like I said, doesn't really feel like a minivan. You feel a little bit more groovy up here. However, I'm not deeply impressed by this screen. I think it's 12.3 inches. I kind of like how they're not separate though. That's kind of groovy, kind of sleek. I'm not great with technology as it is, but this doesn't feel like incredibly intuitive to me. I know that there's like 3 screens here. You have to like swipe to the second screen to get to this like funky Big Brother camera view. Yeah, you know, obviously got your in-car nav and phone and stuff, but not crazy. I always call it the Jen button test. It does not pass even a little. There are no buttons. And as Jen pointed out, this can either be your infotainment system, so you can kind of get everything that was on the screen just a second ago down here, or you can use your climate controls. But Jen and I were getting really frustrated because I kept reaching for the volume knob right here, and Jen was like, "You're just gonna make it real cold there, Mare," which is true. You try to turn it down, it just turns your temperature way down. So that's interesting. I don't know. Is Kia known for their infotainment systems?
Not necessarily, but I think you're right in that it's not exactly intuitive, but once you get used to it, I think it can be a great system.
And our heated ventilated seats are down here with the click of that little button. And you turn them off like that. And I love me a normal shifter. I hate it when the shifter's like where the windshield wipers should be. And overall, just like a pretty sleek interior, in my opinion. What's the color you called this?
It's actually called Tuscan Lumber.
Tuscan Lumber.
Tuscan Lumber.
It sounds like a really sexy mammoth.
Oh, I thought you were going to say man,
Nope.
But then you went with the muff, and I wasn't expecting that.
I would have called it like a burnt squash. Also, the steering wheel is super sleek. I really like the buttons. There's a heated steering wheel, it looks like. No, there's not. Is there?
Yeah, it's down here.
Oh, see, that's weird too. Your heated steering wheel button should be on your steering wheel. Hot take. Yeah, overall, not a ton of complaints here. I like what they've done with the colors and the textures, and I've never designed an infotainment system, so I don't know how hard it is, but I don't know. It should be a little bit more intuitive, in my humble opinion.
So the Buzz was $69,995, and a lot of that you're kind of paying for its retro cool looks, but it was also a very comfortable drive, and you had a lot of room, especially for your third row passengers, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Carnival is coming in at $55,255. Now this is the Prestige the XSX Prestige package, which is like top of the line, which is why you got this really cool Tuscan Lumber interior and all of the bits and goodies. But that's over a $14,000 difference.
Yeah, wow, that's pretty steep.
And I feel like there are a lot of options that this Carnival actually has over the Buzz. But the Buzz, you may not be able to fit as many passengers, but each passenger was a little more roomier.
Mm-hmm.
However, this does have reclining seats. How fancy. But second row in both of these minivans have heated and ventilated seats, which is pretty sick, might I add. But almost a $15,000 difference.
I mean, those are both pretty pricey. But they're also both pretty dang cool.
Oh, so I'm sorry. Did I hear that they're cool now? Did I do it?
I think you set out to accomplish something, and you did it with flying colors.
Flying colors.
I'm an easy person to impress, so I'm not sure. I think you like did kind of a layup. You're like, who can I impress? Duh, Mary.
It's Mary.
But yeah, I mean, I was a little skeptical about how cool a minivan could really be, but I was way underestimating how far these things have come since I rode around in a minivan when I was like, 6 or 7. So the minivan market is up and running.
They're coming back, y'all.
They're coming back, you guys. Of these two, it wasn't really a competition, but I'm going with the Buzz.
Yeah, I'm still going with the Buzz. Kia came in with a lot of really, really cool features, but man, that Buzz was still great. Oh my God, Jeff looks hilarious back there.
Yeah, he keeps sneaking in.
Minivans are cool.
Okay, according to two very easily impressed women.
Check out alltfl.com for all your new and used car reviews. This has been Jen
and Mary.